A frightened woman writes a note before hanging herself in a Gothic mansion. Her death foreshadows many unpleasant events to come. Meanwhile, struggling artist Evie takes a DNA test online and discovers she has a wealthy cousin in London. Excited by the news, she decides to meet up with him, ignoring her roommate's warnings about traveling alone to meet strangers. Her newly found cousin, Oliver, invites her to a lavish wedding in England, where she will have the chance to meet other members of their family. Evie gladly accepts the offer, as she has always longed to learn more about her mother's side. However, her best friend remains skeptical about her traveling to another country with strangers and urges her to keep her updated on every detail of her stay. When Evie arrives at the Deville mansion, she is welcomed like royalty by the estate's charming but mysterious lord, Walter. However, she quickly notices unsettling things: strange whispers, locked doors, secretive maids, iron bars on the windows, and eerie dreams. The head maid, Mrs. Swift, warns her not to wander around at night, insisting it isn't safe. The next day, Evie meets more members of her extended family, who express their joy at having a female Alexander among them, as she is the last living female descendant of their bloodline. At the pre-wedding dinner, she encounters the maids of honor, whose presence unsettles her. Despite her unease, she finds herself drawn to Walter, sharing romantic dances, evening walks, and candlelit dinners. He seems perfect, almost perfect. During the grand wedding event, Evie mingles with the guests and becomes curious about the bride and groom. However, she is horrified to learn that she is the bride, and Walter is the groom. As she processes the shocking news, the butler suddenly slits a maid's throat, collecting her blood as a refreshment for the guests. To her horror, everyone eagerly drinks from the goblets filled with fresh blood. Walter finally reveals his dark secret: he is a vampire, and Evie has been chosen to be his third bride following the death of her grandmother, the last Alexander female. She is expected to drink Walter's blood and sleep in a coffin, sealing her fate as his eternal bride. The head maid, Mrs. Swift, who has grown fond of Evie, tries to help her escape by releasing her from the coffin. However, Evie is quickly captured and knocked unconscious before she can flee. She wakes up dressed in a wedding gown, with the ritual about to begin. As Walter prepares to exchange blood with her, Evie fights back with all her strength. A violent battle ensues between Walter's wives, leading to their deaths, which in turn weakens Walter. Determined to end the nightmare, Evie sets the mansion on fire. As flames engulf the estate, she impales Walter and pushes him into the fire, killing him once and for all. His other brides crumble into dust, and the dark curse over the family is broken. Weeks later, Evie, now free, tracks down Oliver, the cousin who lured her into this deadly trap. For more recaps, like and subscribe.